See, here's what happens. Whenever you're called and you know that you're called, nothing can stop you. Let me tell you my favorite non-biblical story. Yes, here we go. John Wesley. I love this story. John Wesley, on May the 5th, he preached in the AM service at St. Anne's Church. Preached the fire of God. He was a good Methodist man. Preached the fire of God and was asked to never come back, okay? John Wesley preached May the 5th in the PM service. He preached at St. John's Church. The deacon said, get out, stay out, don't ever come back. Sunday, May the 12th, in the AM service, he preached at St. Jude's Church. They kicked him out, didn't even give the man an honorarium. Kicked him out of the church and said, don't ever come back. That's 3. Sunday, May the 12th, in the PM service, he preached at St. George's Church. He was kicked out of there. Don't preach that fire of God stuff anymore, John Wesley. He was kicked out of there 4 in a row. Sunday, May 19th, he preached at St. Somebody Else's Church. Special board meeting out of the service. He was kicked out. Revival canceled. Didn't come back there. Sunday, May 19th, he preached on the street. He was kicked off of the street. Said, you can't preach here. 6 services in a row in one city. God said, John Wesley, go to this city and preach the gospel. 6 services in a row, he was kicked out. But he felt unworthy because he kept getting kicked out of churches because he was preaching about the power of God. And you know what they did? They kept kicking him out. You know what he kept doing? He kept right along preaching. Sunday, May 26th, in the AM service, he preached in a meadow. The owner of the meadow turned a bull out on the meeting and destroyed it. Sunday, June 2nd, the AM service, he preached on the edge of town until a mob came and got him and kicked him out of town. 8 services in a row were destroyed. So guess what he did? He couldn't preach in the town anymore. So he went on the outskirts of town and got in a pasture. And 10,000 people came to hear him preach the gospel. You know, they said a few weeks later, he preached in the stadium and had over 16,000 people show up. And they said, John Wesley, how come so many people will come hear you preach? And this is what he said, his famous quote, because all during the week, I died of my flesh. You know, it burns something dead. So what I do is I prepare myself all week, and then I light myself on fire, and people come to watch me burn. Because here's a man who 8 times could have been so unworthy and felt unworthy. But see, here's the thing. The voice of God was so much stronger than any critic's voice. And anybody who tried to despitefully use him, as the word says, he understood who he was in the Lord. Amen. And I promise you one thing. One true encounter for God will mark your life forever with an impartation that will shake you, that will change you forever. Amen.